looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. We need more dogs.
And welcome back to the latest and greatest episode of the Shave of Points podcast. My name is Jaden Maye, joined as always by my co-host Quentin Crisco. And fellas, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a palooza.
It's a palooza, brother.
It's a palooza. It's Super Bowl week. You can bet on anything. We're going to talk about some of our favorite bets, and we might scroll through the book at the end and maybe just throw some wild cards out there that are available to bet. And if we were betting with someone else's money, which can happen to the best of us sometimes, what we would bet if the money was free.
Yeah.
So we'll do some of those at the end. We'll just kind of scroll through and see what we can find. But what a journey it was to get here. What a good season. Bears are back.
Bears are all the way back, brother.
Bears are all the way back. Bills. This should be the Bills Super Bowl. It is not the Bills Super Bowl. And maybe next year. The start to Josh Allen's career is looking a lot like Peyton Manning, so maybe we get at least one out of it before he leaves us for Jacksonville and goes and wins a Super Bowl down there or something. I don't know.
You mean Denver?
No. I do not mean Denver.
It's where Peyton went.
Yeah, but I guess he would have to go to Peyton went from the south to the west, so it only makes sense to go from the north to the south.
Indianapolis is in the south?
AFC South.
Ah, okay.
I'm
not sure I follow the logic, but I'll buy it.
Okay, well, he went from AFC South to AFC West, so we would have to go AFC East to AFC North. So maybe he goes and wins it. Maybe he goes and wins the Super Bowl for the Browns.
Mike McCarthy.
Poetic. Write it in the stars.
It's gonna happen, brother.
McCarthy's a good hire. I don't care what anybody.
Before we talk too many props, you want to just talk about this game?
This game shouldn't be happening.
Patriots Seahawks.
If you played this season out 1,000 times, how many times do you think we get this matchup?
Not many.
Starting from week one, injuries reset every time. So you have to have the injury luck. Things have to go your way throughout the season. All those one-score games maybe flip-flop the other way. Maybe teams that missed out on the playoffs make the playoffs. So taking everything that goes into a season into account here, what percentage do you think we get this matchup?
2.5.
2.5. So let's compare it to last year or years prior. This is 2.5. I think 2.5 is generous. I think we're less than 1%.
Yeah, it might be.
Like last year. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're less than 1. Now that I'm really thinking it through, like 2.5 is pretty high.
Chiefs Eagles probably statistically is pretty high chances, and that was maybe 25%,
9%, somewhere just below 10, I would say.
Yeah, because you have to have both teams getting there.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it's just an extraordinary case of.
But that would have been like one of the highest potential matches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just an extraordinary case of what happened, and I mean, it's the 1 seed versus the 2 seed too. So I mean, if you just look at that, you're like, oh, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, but neither of these teams are supposed to do that this year.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle was picked last in their division. I think New England might have been tied for second, if not third, behind Miami.
Wait, repeat that?
Seattle was picked last in their division.
Yes.
I think.
Or no, probably second last. I think Cardinals were last.
You think preseason?
Here, wait, actually. I think I can pull it up.
I'm almost positive Seattle was last.
I think I have data on this.
But Patriots couldn't have been better than second. And I would assume Miami probably had better odds.
So let's switch around our screen share for a moment. Bear with me.
Bear down.
So Seattle was at 7.5. Arizona was at 8.5. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then where was New England 7.5? And where was Miami 8.5? Yeah. So they're both.
Yeah. They were.
One of them was picked third. One of them was picked last.
Yeah.
Just in their division. So yeah, what a crazy journey to get here. What stood out to you about these two teams on their journey here? Is it Sam Darnold? Is it Mike McDonald? Is it Mike Vrabel? Is it Drake Maye?
Dude, when Sam Darnold wins a Super Bowl, you think he's going to grab the microphone and start F-bombing at people who wronged him?
I hope so.
I hope so too. I am so a part of me still is not fully bought in on Sam Darnold being a good quarterback, which is the most outrageous thing anyone could possibly say right now, because he's doing the damn thing. It's been 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
A part of me still needs to see him do it in the Super Bowl, but I think that's going to happen.
Well, okay. I mean, Sam Darnold's played much better than Drake Maye in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If Sam Darnold has a better game than Drake Maye, but the Patriots win, what do you think?
It all comes down to the big moment, because my question with Sam Darnold all year was what about the big moment? What about in the big games, the big moment?
He had the big moment against the Rams. They iced the drive.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. You gotta let me finish.
Okay.
I said all year. That was the last game we've seen him play. So that's
but
not.
No,
you're
all saying he has to do it again.
I'm saying a part of me, and I also acknowledge how ludicrous.
Like your pinky.
Is. What?
Like your pinky, just like a small part of you.
Yeah.
Your pinky's I was in the other room for a second.
Yeah.
I wasn't
my pinky's TV. My pinky's he's still Sam Darnold, and I'm no, he's Dick Hammer's grandson. My pinky's just over here yelling grandson. At me. He's still Sam Darnold. So that's how I feel about it. Honestly, I'm conflicted in my thoughts on it, but the end of the day, I'm sitting here going he's done it in the playoffs now. He's done it because last year with Minnesota, it was he fell apart in the playoffs and down the stretch and late in the year in games that really matter.
But I mean, I think there's a lot to be said for the team around you, and I think the Seattle team is a lot better than that Minnesota team was. I think that Minnesota team has flawed all year, and they got away with some good coaching and finding mismatches and stuff like that, where Seattle kind of does something similar, but they're just fucking good everywhere.
Here's something to watch with the Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold specifically. And I heard Nate Tice talking about this on Football 301 maybe a month ago. He was one of the things that Seattle has done such a masterful job of is just keeping Darnold out of the I fucked up moments, because so many of those historically come right after he takes a sack.
Yeah.
So after he takes a sack with the Seahawks, what they've been doing, they don't even give him the option to fuck up. No, running the ball or a screen pass. They're just consistently taking the ball out of his hands, essentially, unless they get a first down, and then they'll start to ease him back. But I'm interested to see how that works in this game. If he gets sacked, what comes next? Do the Seahawks take the ball out of his hands still? Or do they feel more of a sense of urgency in this game because it's the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I think.
And to be clear, against the Rams,
I think they would go with what got them there.
And against the Rams, I was watching for some of this, and they didn't necessarily take it out of his hands as much as they had previously.
And he kept
doing it. Yeah. One last thought. I think that Sam Darnold is much better on painkillers than off of painkillers. I think it quiets his mind. So I assume he's still going to be on painkillers for that week injury.
The older you get in the NFL, the more painkillers you're on historically.
Yeah. It's like Pat Mahomes had Stephen Ruiz, I think it is, put out an article today about like the top 50 Super Bowl quarterback performances ever. And the number one was Pat Mahomes on a ton of painkillers because he's playing through a high ankle sprain, which is basically a broken leg. And it's just like, because the dude's just saying, fuck it, I'm here, let's ride. Like, and he doesn't have any thoughts combating in his head. And I'm sure there's downside to it at the same time, but like, I think painkillers are very helpful for quieting the mind in these moments.
Oh, absolutely. So I have a question. If you're a team in the southern half of the United States, maybe there's a north of you and a south of you, and you rewind the tape back, 3 years, 4 years, and sitting on your roster is Baker Mayfield, who was an MVP candidate this year until the entire Tampa Bay Buccaneers team just was in the hospital, and Sam Darnold. And now your quarterback is Bryce Young.
Tough.
And you had those guys for free, and you gave up assets for Bryce Young.
Yeah. It's brutal, man.
It's a rough spot to be in.
Or the Minnesota Vikings. You had Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold on your roster, and now you got J.J. McCarthy. You got 9. Now you got 9.
Yeah. They didn't. I mean, they used draft capital to get 9, but they didn't give up to get him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those where it's like, well, he's sitting there, and if everybody loves him, but now you have this thing where they fire their GM, and there's all sorts of stuff coming out about him of who wanted to take JJ, who didn't want to take JJ, and then they fire him 3 weeks into the cycle. Just
very bizarre, very bizarre.
Very
and
bizarre.
Then put out some hit piece about him taking paternity leave, which is the most if your audience is the average working society, that is an outrageous hit piece to put out.
It's one of those where it's understandable in NFL circles, and anybody in a job like that, if you strive to have a job like that, obviously there are sacrifices you're gonna have to make, and there's just things you cannot do. And taking 2 weeks of paternity leave is unheard of in any job like that. If you're a CEO of a major company, that's just things you can't do. And those are things that whenever you take that job, it's kind of like a mutual understanding of this kind of comes first. I'm running a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and so I understand it as a fan, but it's still a bad look.
Awful
to put that out,
especially because what they put out said while working from home. So he's not actually on paternity leave. He's just working from home for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where it's you're not going to get any sympathy on your side.
No.
And whether or not the feeling around the franchise at the time was what the fuck, that's not something you can say publicly, even if it is a contributing factor.
Yeah, it's just. But anyways, enough Vikings talk. We're on
enough Vikings talk. No more 9 talk. We're talking about the Super Bowl.
Now, Mike Vrabel has been stewing in a dark room for 2 weeks about how he's going to win this game.
Yeah, I think Mike
maybe
Vrabel
performing some satanic rituals, and
I think Mike Vrabel might lose them this game.
You think so?
I mean, you look back in Tennessee, and every time they had they haven't had a big win in the playoffs. Things just kind of fell their way. They haven't really had to go win a game.
Derrick Henry just kind of did Derrick Henry things against the Ravens a few times.
And then in the playoffs, I mean, you had C.J. Stroud playing blind, deaf, fucking 2 broken legs and a broken arm. I don't know. I don't even know what that game was.
That was a Nico Collins and an awful low lying type game, I think.
Yeah, and then who'd they play? They played Texans, Broncos,
Chargers. Right?
Chargers. Yeah, Chargers.
Was it Chargers?
It was Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers, then Texans, then Broncos.
Chargers, then Texans, yeah. And then you play a backup quarterback in Denver where, I mean, Sean Payton got a little bit too aggressive. If Sean Payton just takes the points early, who knows what happens in that game? Because by the time the third quarter rolls around, nobody can do anything, and you just can basically sit on a 3-point lead to ice the game for a quarter and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Against a backup quarterback that torched you early. He had 178 passing yards in the first half.
I texted you going into that game. I was like, you know, Jared Stidham's going to get yards early because Sean Payton's just going to have a ball and fucking game script to start, and then it'll get figured out, and he'll simmer out. Yeah,
so they're absolutely going to either shit the bed, or maybe this is because Variable always had the games where it's like, oh shit, the Titans are for real, and we haven't seen that with the Patriots yet. So maybe they just put their balls on the table for the Super Bowl and go out and win the damn thing, which would suck.
Okay.
But I think it's more of the latter where it's like, oh, they're kind of up against it and you just don't know how they're going to get out of it.
I think I just thought of another prop just from talking through that I need to hit.
Absolutely.
Drake Maye pass attempts.
You think they're going to have to, you think, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the way this game's going to go, it's going to have to be on Drake May's shoulder if they want to even have a chance.
My only concern with over pass attempts is if they start going 3 and out, that really hurts the.
Oh, dude, it's only
the attempts.
30 and a half.
Yeah. I mean, you have to hope they come out passing early, which I guess they will have to.
I mean, I think you're going to have to throw the ball 20 times in the second half.
Yeah, that's true. I expect Seattle to. I mean, I don't really trust Seattle's offense a whole hell of a lot, but I trust them enough to at least. We'll get into it some more. Let's talk about maybe a shift in the NFL after what we saw this season, after what Mike McDonald's done with this team. Can a defensive-minded head coach with a good enough defense? Is there a true superstar in that defense?
No, I don't think
so. They're just kind of good everywhere.
I mean, Witherspoon's probably the closest, but
yeah, they're just good everywhere and they're well coached.
Mm-hmm.
They have.
I think Byron Murphy might be a superstar in waiting, but he's not.
But yeah, they're just good enough everywhere. They're well coached on defense, and then they have a stud wide receiver, a good running back room.
Well, and they're innovative, right? Like this year, we have seen like the last few years has been defense beating offense schematically,
especially the playoffs.
Yeah, like defenses had with how much light defensives and quarters and match coverages were just really starting to like find answer. Like I want to say around like 2021, there was a big shift in defensive play in the NFL following the COVID year, where all the numbers started going down because the
Tampa Bay Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. All offensive numbers across the league started going down because defense coordinators started getting really innovative. And the league always goes through these up and down cycles: offense, defense.
Numbers wise, too. I mean, you have to think you're starting with a shorter field every time, kicking more field goals.
Yeah. But
a little bit of everything goes into that.
But this year we saw a big shift offensively with teams leaning into 12 and 13 personnel much more often and passing out of 12 and 13 personnel. That's two tight end or 3 tight end sets.
Yeah, 13 personnel is really you started there was like 5 or 6 teams that were running that like over 30% of snaps.
And its entire basis is we know they need to match a base defense, 3 linebackers, if we go into 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And that's how we can create our mismatches that's where we can get JSN on a linebacker. That's where we can get the matchups that we want. And so the offense has really started to push back this year again to push stuff kind of the other way. But what makes Seattle so different is like talking about Mike McDonald. This is the guy who had the Kyle Hamilton role of like, you're not a safety, you're not a linebacker, you're just kind of everything.
You're just Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, and so he has Nick Manwari here playing Nick Manwari is pretty much their sandbacker.
Yeah.
But he's a safety, and he can play nickel. And at the same time, they have this outstanding nickel corner who can also play outside in Devon Witherspoon. And they have another guy in what's his name?
Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, who can also play some nickel. So like you don't know, like they can be all over the place while also still essentially getting base defense because Manwari is on the field. It's really creative.
Well,
really
we talked about that 2 or 3 years ago in the draft about that style of player not having position,
right?
But find like in this new NFL, the way it's constantly evolving, that's the kind of player that's going to be, and they call it the star, or whatever they want to call it. But it's kind of
it's essentially like a star in a Saban defense.
Yeah, it's kind of like your X factor where you don't have to bring in the extra linebacker for 3 tight ends. Like
these guys can play the run.
Like he can do maniacs. Both. Exactly. Yeah.
And everyone wants to poo-poo run defense or like run game in general. It's like run matters so much in football.
Yeah.
Being able to stop the run and being able to run. And when you can stop the run while still being light enough to play true coverage, that is huge. And that's what the Seattle's essentially always able to achieve, despite always staying in light defensive packages.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see what we get here. We got 2 defensive-minded head coaches. We have an old school guy, and we have the new school guy. We have a guy that never got it done in Tennessee. Plenty of chances. Now he's back in New England, back in the city of champions. They've been to 9 Super Bowls in the past 25 years, won 6, or they've been to 8, won 6, whatever it is. They're going for 7. We're seeing a rematch of 11 years ago. Like the storylines are pretty good. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm more excited for it than I was whenever these 2 teams won. I didn't want to see Denver. Really didn't want to see Denver or New England. I would have thought it would have been cool to see Matt Stafford in it. But now that we're here,
I really wanted to see Stafford.
Yeah, now that we're here though, like Sam Darnold, like you just kind of root for a guy that gets drafted by the Jets and finds success elsewhere because like what better franchise than the Jets for that to happen to? Was playing decent actually before he got mono, and then they just kind of moved on for him for a Zach Wilson. Like the whole thing never really made sense. So it's good to see him kind of get that second chance and have a good year, back-to-back years, and seems like he's gonna make a nice solid career. I mean, he's signed $110 million guaranteed, so like the money's there already for him, so that's good.
All right. So something we need to do here that I didn't prepare because I didn't think it through, but we got to talk 5 best players on like New England offense against Seattle defense and vice versa.
Best players on the field, best players on the field at any given time.
Yeah.
So New England offense versus Seattle defense.
And let me see. I can pull up who we did last week for these teams.
I don't know if a New England offensive player is going to make this board.
So last week, I mean, I think Drake Maye has to, right?
Yeah, he might win MVP.
So for Seattle defense, we had Leonard Williams, Devon Witherspoon, and Tank Lawrence.
I think those 3 stay.
Okay.
And then you add Drake Maye to it. That's 4.
Okay.
Now
and then on New England offense, Kayshon Boutte was the only other guy we had other than Drake Maye.
Yeah. And
I think I'd have to go with Diggs over him, honestly.
Yeah. I think we were just fooling around with that one.
Is Stefon Diggs better than like Byron Murphy?
I don't think so.
Or Julian Love?
Or Olosu?
Yeah, Uchenna Nwosu. I
feel like
think I want to give this to Byron Murphy.
Let's give it to Byron Murphy.
Okay. Now, for Seattle's offense, we had JSN, Charles Cross, and Kenneth Walker.
I think those three stay.
Okay.
Those are the three I was about to name.
And then for the Pats defense, we had Christian Gonzalez and Christian Barmore.
I think Gonzalez stays. Now the question is
Sammy D.
Yeah, Sammy D. That's what I was gonna say.
I think he's earned it. I think he's earned it.
After that game, and I mean it's almost a sweep.
Okay, so we got a lot of Seattle here.
They're just better everywhere.
They are the far superior team. Now,
I think they're better coached too.
God, what should the New England's be red?
Red and white, yeah.
Okay. Man, you know what this is, and this is outrageous. You know what this makes me think of?
2001.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Right, because that's the Rams Patriots, right?
Yes.
When the Rams were just like the better team by far on paper, and the Patriots
everywhere,
it didn't matter. Yeah,
that's what worries me. That it's the big boogeyman in the corner of the room. Just it's New England. It's the Patriots. It's everything about that organization. Robert Kraft. You think the boogeyman's gone? Okay, Bill Belichick starts dating a 12-year-old and moves to North Carolina. Tom Brady has a divorce and goes and does. Is Tom Brady announcing this game, or was that last year?
CBS. I don't know who's announcing.
I think this is CBS.
CBS sucks.
Yeah, next year's ESPN. I know next year's ESPN. I'm pretty sure last year was Fox. Maybe it's ABC, but it's not Tom Brady.
No, it's NBC. It's NBC.
Okay, it's not Tom Brady. So I was just thinking that, but yeah, I mean, everybody leaves, and then somehow they're back. I mean, this team drafted Mac Jones, like what, 5-6 years ago?
2019. 2021.
Yeah, in the first round, like not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the most mediocre quarterback ever. And you're like, oh, they're going to be just bad enough to never be good again. And they're back.
Mike Vrabel effect. Because, I don't think they've drafted that well since then.
Not really.
They got Drake May. They whiffed on Jalen Polk last year.
Mm-hmm.
Caden Wallace in the 3rd round. Layden Robinson in the 4th round isn't even on the team anymore. Javon Baker in the 4th round. 2 years ago, I mean, Christian Gonzalez was an outstanding hit, but Keon White, he plays for the 49ers now. Marty Mapu's gone.
Actually, we might. I don't know who we take off of Seattle offense.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Marty Mapu's still there.
I don't know. I don't know who we take off Seattle offense, but Milton Williams deserves a fucking shout out.
Does he, though?
He's played so good in the playoffs.
It's got to be Darnold, though, right?
Maybe we can just give him an honorable mention.
Okay.
Because he is played out of his mind in the playoffs.
I mean, but I will say this. I'd rather have Byron Murphy.
Oh, yeah, but we were just talking about draft, and They didn't draft him, but it was a good free agent.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was just thinking of the roster building whenever.
Right.
And then
if we're doing that,
shit.
we got to give Stefon Diggs an honorable mention because that that dude's about to like be an insane person in this game.
My dog's named after him.
Yeah,
definitely couldn't be after his brother. Definitely couldn't be after his brother.
No,
dude's not even on the roster.
All right.
All right. We talked about all that. Okay. Before we get into all of our props, what is your favorite? It doesn't have to be your most confident, but like, what is your one? Like, if I can tell people about this and then see them the next week and be like, that dude gave me that prop, bet, whatever you want to call it, what would it be?
Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP, plus 700.
7-1. Yeah. I'm taking DeMarcus Lawrence, Super Bowl MVP, at 100-1. I think that's just the impact he can have on a game. I think he could come out big in the run game, which, I mean, won't really speak to the fans much and be flashy, but he has a strip sack or something in the fourth quarter, being able to rush the passer. Maybe they're up 3, or maybe they're up 4 with 1:50 left. He gets a strip sack. They win the game. I think the value is just insane. Basically, any big-time defensive lineman for Seattle in a low-scoring game where New England's in a must-win situation, I think you can get good value. So I just kind of took a flyer on him. But any of those defensive linemen, really, you could probably have a good shot at it for the odds. But yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence for me, that's my favorite pick.
Yeah, I'm with Kenneth Walker just because this dude, every year he has some of the most outrageous runs you've ever seen in your life.
Imagine a healthy Zach Charbonnet in this game.
It would be awesome, but you don't got it, which means that hey, Kenny's going to get a lot of run.
Yeah,
and you give that guy the ball a bunch of times, I trust that some wild shit's going to happen at least 1 or 2.
Hey, that's one of my other favorite bets. We can start breaking down these bets.
Okay, so you want to just go by player? So we got Cooper Kupp first.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. You got him for anytime touchdown. I have him for anytime touchdown. I have him for over 3.5 catches. His target share is up, I think, like 27-30%. In the playoffs. He's a big time player. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He knows how to get open, and I think throughout the year that relationship between him and the quarterback just keep getting better and better.
Every breakfast it's gotten better.
Yeah, we're in a do or die time now. So maybe earlier in the year where he was forcing the ball downfield or somewhere else, maybe it's just the quick, easy check down to Cooper Kupp sitting there 4 yards down the field, and he gets 5 or 6 yards after the catch and just gets you a nice 9 to 11 yard gain. So yeah, I love him for that over 3.5.
Yeah, I've got him for anytime touchdown too. I just think he's been here, he's done it, he's old, reliable, and they're going to call his number in the red zone at some point. It's just whether he comes down with it or not.
Yep.
All right. Next, do you want to iterate your DeMarcus Lawrence pick, or do you want?
Yeah, everything I just said. I mean, I think you can, like I said, I think you can take most any big time defensive lineman here for Seattle. If we're looking at a 13-10 game, a 14-10 game, a low scoring game, maybe it's 9-3 or something late in the game. A big time strip sack or 2 sacks on a drive or something by Seattle's defensive line, I think gives you a lot of value Most of them are all 100 to 1. I took DeMarcus Lawrence at plus 10,000. You can probably get the same odds or better for any of those guys on the D line, and I think it's worth the squeeze there.
Yeah, I think that's a solid bet. Now, next up here is all me. I'm running a ladder on Pop Douglas here because 15 yards is plus 118. So that's like, if he can get 15 yards, I feel really good about making my money back, basically, is how I've structured this. If he can get 20, it's like I'm definitely in the green. So it's just all plus money. And I ran it up to 40 because, look, I mean, he had 36 yards 2 weeks ago. He had none in Denver, but like I think that is what's part of what's helping this number, because that Denver game couldn't really throw in.
Yeah.
He had 36 2 weeks ago in Houston. I think Houston has probably better corners than what we've seen. Like, Seattle's defense is better structured, in my opinion, but talent-wise, I think Houston has a better defense. I think his numbers are going to get called a few times against this team. The Seahawks can be a little, like, if they're vulnerable anywhere from a passing perspective, I think it's in the slot, because they do so much interchanging there that there is the chance for communication problems, for like, oh, I misheard this, I misheard that. Was Manwari supposed to have that? Was Love supposed to have that? There can be some issues there on occasion. I think that's someplace where Pop Douglas can hit him. If he can get up to 40 yards, I'm making a ton of money on it.
Yeah.
And if not, if he can just get 15, I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, let it ride. So next up, we got some Drake Maye props. I got Drake Maye anytime touchdown, and I also have him over 37.5 rushing yards. We saw this against Denver. He can pop off at any time for 20, 25, 30 yards. This kind of coincides with your 30.5 pass attempts that you also have for Drake Maye. If you're dropping back more than 30 times, Denver, especially once the weather got shitty, but I still think 37.5 is a good bet with how explosive he can be on the ground.
Let's see. He's gone over that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times this year.
So about the same.
Yeah.
On both. Next up, I have a fun one here. I just think the Gatorade bath at the end of the game is either going to be clear or water. 7 to 1. It's just a fun little, maybe you win a little something at the end. If all your other bets lose, you have something to look forward to the very last moment.
But Jay, don't you know that water sucks?
Yeah, but it could be
it really sucks.
Ice flavor.
Gatorade.
And then we have, of course, Jake Bobo. He had 1 catch last game. It was a touchdown. I think they just kind of troll with Jake Bobo. They're like, oh, you're going to cover JSN. You're going to cover our 3 tight ends. You're going to not let Kenneth Walker. You're going to put 11 men in the box versus Kenneth Walker. We'll just throw Jake Bobo touchdown.
Oh, my God. This is such an awful bet, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. He has 5 targets on the year for 4 catches and 1 touchdown. But, like, it's Jake fucking Bobo. Like,
Jake Bobo, baby.
The dude has 36 catches in his NFL career, and 4 of them are touchdowns. Like, every 10 catches, he's a touchdown. Lock it in.
Yeah. Next up, we have JSN. We have JSN anytime touchdown. JSN Super Bowl MVP. JSN over 6 catches, 6.5 actually. I think all these are pretty self-explanatory. He was the best receiver in the league this year. He's going to be targeted early and often. I don't know if it's Christian Gonzalez. I don't know who you put on him. But I think JSN is going to get hits. One of the best route runners we've seen in a long time. He's not your big body guy that we usually see as a dominant wide receiver 1, like some other guys, but he just does everything perfectly.
You know, interestingly, I'm looking at their schedule and his stats. He's really only faced, I think, like 1 top-tier corner all year. And that would be Derek Stingley Jr. for Houston, but he had 123 yards in that game. Because I'm wondering if Christian Gonzalez is going to trail him.
I mean, if that's the case, and you take Christian Gonzalez out of the game, I think that kind of.
That's why Jake Bobo catches a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the Patriots need Christian Gonzalez to have a big game more than Seattle needs JSN to have a big game. So yeah. I think they can go elsewhere with the football if they have to. And so if he's not on him, he's going to feast. If he is on him, then we'll just pick on you elsewhere. And they still might go to JSN against Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, they might. I mean, it's going to be it's a challenge for anyone against him. But it's just interesting that he hasn't, like, I guess Carolina's got
J.C.
Horn. He only had 72 yards against Carolina, but like I mean, he's just torched pretty much everyone he's faced this year.
Yeah. Next up, I have Kayshon Boutte, Super Bowl MVP, plus 12,500. I mean, so you look at his targets throughout the season, especially in the playoffs. He had 9 targets last week versus Denver. He's a guy that they look too often. He's a deep threat guy.
He had 9?
I believe so.
Man. Okay.
He's a deep threat guy. He's a red zone target.
Who can't run.
What?
He's a deep threat guy who can't run.
Yeah, they throw it deep to him all the time.
He's just really good with body positioning and like boxing guys out.
But yeah, so I mean, just the sheer amount of times that Drake Maye throws him the football, like eventually maybe he'll catch a bunch of those, and big things will happen. So at plus 12,500, I mean, I feel like it's just good value.
Hey man,
for a guy that gets the target shares that he gets.
Big play Boutte. I mean, I get taking the gamble on it at plus 12,500. Like, what do you have to lose? You know?
Yeah, $1 wins you $125.
Yeah. All right. Now we got Kenny.
Yeah. You want to go over Kenny's? I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. So Jay's got Kenneth Walker at plus 350 for the first touchdown of the game. Also has Kenneth Walker over 18.5 rush attempts at minus 130. And my favorite bet on the board is Kenneth Walker Super Bowl MVP at plus 700. I see. I might add some more Kenneth Walker ones on here right now. Like his 2 touchdown prop is like plus 300, which feels like poor value. But like that speaks to, you know, if this guy scores 2 touchdowns and gets some decent yards, he's probably winning Super Bowl MVP. Like I think that's pretty clear. So like plus 700 feels like a safe way to kind of hedge that. And first touchdown of the game, I think there's some value there. And the over 18.5, like I think he probably gets there too. Like I like we've said, I kind of expect Kenneth Walker to or the Seahawks to take control of this game somewhat early. And that means a lot of running the football at that point. So his rush attempts, like they don't have Zach Charbonnet right now. Last week, let's see, rushing, he had 19 attempts, 16, 15. Since the Charbonnet injuries, between like 16 and 19 rush attempts a game. This is at 18.5. If he hits it at 19, great. I think it's going to be a little higher if they can get that lead early. So I like Kenneth Walker in this game for a lot of different reasons and a lot of different props. I wonder what his rushing prop is actually, too. I think that's one worth looking at. Or his receiving, Receiving might be worth looking at, too, because he's going to be on the field for more passing downs.
Yeah. And it's probably a pretty low number because all season he didn't really get a whole lot of.
Right. Well, last week championship round, I hit a receiving prop for him. I wonder if they've adjusted now or not.
I can probably figure it out real quick.
See, Kenneth Walker is like plus he's like 20 around like 20 yards is over under. I'm probably just gonna stay away from
receptions. Receptions 2.5. About even.
It feels about right. I was thinking if it's like 1.5 or like in the 15 to 10 range.
Yeah, you can get Helani for no, that's 10.5. I thought it was 1.5. Kenneth Walker 22.5. I have receiving yards.
But like, hey, last 5 games for Kenneth Walker are 64 yards, 6 yards, 36, 29, and 49.
On receiving?
Yeah. And he's 3 catches, 2 catches, 4, 3, and 4.
Yeah, so
I don't know. I might like that more than I might add that on like later on.
Maybe ladder the catches from like 2 to 5.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
All right, and then I like Kenneth Walker to kind of take over that go. I don't know if you talked about it, 18.5 rushing attempts.
Mm-hmm.
I think he goes over that pretty easily.
Yeah, I think he's been 19 each of the last 2 weeks, but I think if they get that lead early, like I think he's going to get a lot of run.
Yeah. Next up, one where we both have Kyle Williams anytime touchdown. For me, a lot of these New England props are just finding. I feel like they're going to have to hit a big play. Maybe they get down inside the 10 and they could punch one in with a running back or a Hunter Henry or something. But I feel like if they score, it's going to have to be on a big play. Kyle Williams is your big play guy.
They're so long. Like the red zone is really tough against the Seahawks because their defense is so long that they just cover so much of the area because they have such impressive arm length and they're all like really mobile, fluid athletes.
And I mean, there are times where you can hit a big play and your big play lands you on the 15-yard line, the 23-yard line, stuff like that. But most of the time you find yourself in the red zone, it's going to be due to a sustained drive, a 10, 11, 13 play drive. And I just don't know if they have that in them to get down there. So I think they're going to have to rely on some big plays, and Kyle Williams is maybe the guy to do it for you on a touchdown.
Yeah.
At 11-1, it's pretty nice odds.
Yeah, it is. He's a solid deep threat. So, next I got Sam Darnold over 227.5 passing yards. This one is kind of hit or miss. I mean, this is almost kind of just a hedge on because a lot of my bets are based on if the Seahawks get a big lead. If they get a big lead, I don't really expect to hit this. But because history says, like, if they get a big lead, like Sam Darnold is probably enough for throwing for 200 yards.
Probably 23 pass attempts on the game.
Yeah. But so this is kind of a hedge because a lot of my other stuff is based on them getting a big lead. So, like, I like Sam Darnold. If they don't, to have to rack up yards and get some big chunk plays and get over that 227.5 number, like we've seen, 346 last week. He's had multiple games over 250. Like, it's there for him to get if the game script hits that.
Yeah, and then this next one I have too. We were talking props, and I completely just forgot about lines. I'm also taking Seahawks -4.5.
Yeah, when I texted you after the championship round, at first I was like, I think the Patriots might cover, just because I was thinking Mike Vrabel, like, he's insane. But then it was like, as we were talking about it, I was thinking about it more. It's like, man, the Seahawks team is just so much more talented. Like
and I don't know what to think about it because the Super Bowl is so publicly bet that, like, how many people are seeing this game being like, oh, it's the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots. Or they're like, oh, Sam Darnold. They don't know who Mike McDonald is. And they're like, oh, Mike Vrabel and a second-year quarterback that's in the race for MVP. Like, we're getting free money over here for Patriots +4.5. Like, I truly want to know if this line would be any different whatsoever if you changed the names, you took all bias out of it, and you're like, here's the numbers.
Right now, 68% of the cash is on Seattle, and 69% of the tickets are on Seattle to cover.
Okay, well, that makes. I guess people are getting smarter. I'm just thinking about like an average person. In
also,
Vegas,
but like the people who are
that's not where the money or bets come
this
from.
Early though, like they're not the people we're talking about.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wonder how close this would get to over 7 if you took out logos, everything, and you went to maybe an average bettor, an average person who's gonna maybe lay $100 on the Super Bowl.
Well, here, let's see. So, I mean, that's the point of the model. Like, the model tries to it comes pretty close to spreads a lot of the times. So let's see if I didn't run it for this, but I can punch it in real quick from last week's numbers.
I'm just curious to see what it looked like because I feel like Seattle. I feel like you're getting a gift at 4.5. And the only thing that scares me is that it's the Patriots.
The primary models have it at 6. Or my best model has it at Seahawks -6.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I thought it'd be closer to 7, but still 6 is.
Now some of the other ones, like my DVOA base model, it has Seahawks at only 1.5 points, or like. But the most in-depth model I have is at 6.
That Patriots schedule is so skewed, though. They had so many breaks go their way throughout the season. And I'm not taking anything away from them, but
so the DVOA is supposed to adjust for that. But I don't think that it can accurately adjust for like the outliers, and I think the Patriots are an outlier in that aspect.
A lot of outlier. I mean, I think the Patriots are a solid team. I think they, like I said, we talked about earlier this in the podcast. If we played this season 1,000 times, I think they make the playoffs more often than not. But I think they are a wild card team, if not the absolute 7 seed, more often than not.
I mean, we saw
changes everything.
We saw the Bills blow the doors off them this year, right?
Kinda. I mean, the Bills were down 30-0 or 28-0 early on, then came back and beat them.
Okay, that's what it was.
The first time they played in Buffalo earlier in the year, Monday Night Football, the last Monday Night Football game in Buffalo, Pats beat them.
I think I was just thinking that they put up 35 on them.
Yeah. But yeah, that second game, Pats came out hot, doing everything right, but like everything just went perfectly in the first like quarter and a half, and then from like halfway through the first quarter and on, it was just a Bills rout.
Yeah,
so it kind of went both ways. And then that first game, I mean, Patriots just played a perfect game. Drake Maye was perfect. I mean, that defense shut down Josh Allen. Low scoring game. I want to say it was like 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was early in the season, and at the time it was like, oh God, we lost to the fucking Patriots. And then they ended up having a good season, but you know how that goes.
Yeah. No, I think I had a bunch of money on the Bills in that game, so that was fun.
But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Seahawks -4.5. I'm on that with you.
Yeah. All right, on to
Pink Powder Boy. Diggs?
Pink Powder time.
Yeah.
Go. Look, Steph Diggs always shows up big for big games.
Does he?
I feel like he does. I feel like he like pretty consistently shows up in the big moments.
I feel like he's just pretty consistent regardless of the moment.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
my
mind is like this dude has played for what 10 years now. This is his first Super Bowl.
I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking of the Minneapolis Miracle.
That's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the biggest plays in NFL history.
The dude's a baller, man.
Dude is a baller, but he's old.
He's old, but like he's gonna get his. He's gonna get his in this game, and I'm just gonna run that ladder. I think over 50 is gonna happen. And granted, like,
I mean that's
against Houston,
that's a good ladder right there.
Against the Chargers, he barely had anything, but I feel like they didn't try to throw against the Chargers very much.
He was hurt early in the playoffs, wasn't he? He was like questionable to even play. Almost positive.
That might have been so I made these bets a week ago. That might have been part of my logic at the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows what was going on in my brain 7 days ago?
I don't know if you're still getting these odds.
That feels right though, because it feels
Stefon? Okay, they're probably. But I have Stefon Diggs 44.5 at -110, so starting out at 50 at +120 is about right.
Yeah, it's about the same now, but a little better. He must have been hurt. I think that was my logic though. It was like he's gonna play it. Like there's no question he's gonna play, and he's gonna be on as many anything as he possibly can. Like. Yeah. He has waited 10 years for this game, and he still produces well. So, like, I think he's going to go off.
Iconic picture of him watching the Chiefs parade when he was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, he's a big time player. If Drake Maye can get him the ball, I definitely could see that. And that's a good ladder because if he gets over 50, it's one of those things where it's like if he gets to that point, like 80 is
or even
just
if he just gets
there.
the touchdown, like
you're good either way.
I think he's gonna get plenty of targets.
Yeah, once he gets to 50, I mean, then 60 is just right there, 70 is just right there, plus 450. And you hit that 120, 198, 310, 450. It's good.
Or that's just how they get you. One of the two.
Yeah. I mean, you see a Steph Diggs ladder like that, you're like, oh, Steph Diggs has 82 yards. I get plus 120, 198, 310, 450.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It doesn't seem at all wild, but Steph Diggs get 80 yards in this game.
Yeah.
Even though like this season he hasn't been like that same dude against like consistently week in, week out. Like, I don't care. This is the Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl. And then leave it on, getting to the end. You have Travion Diggs over 2.5, or Travion Henderson over 2.5 receiving yards. I have him under 4.5 carries. His carries have gone through the basement throughout the playoffs. I don't even know if he has 5 carries in the playoffs total. If you want to look that up, I mean, he ain't touching the ball very much, but he is a guy that
he touched it. He had 9 and 12 against the Chargers and the Texans, but only 3 against Denver, which is shocking.
He had 9 carries and 12 carries?
Yeah, against the Chargers and Texans.
Touches or carries?
Carries.
I thought it was lower.
He didn't do shit with them. He averaged 3 and 2.1, but like
okay. But I do like the receiving yards if you're taking Travion Henderson to go over. You get him in open space and he can burn.
Like I said, if this game script goes how I think it's going to go and they're trailing, you have to attempt a Travion Henderson screen because he can go the house.
Absolutely.
Anytime. You need to try a screen. That's my entire logic on 2.5 yards.
Do you want to hear? This can't be a real bet. Okay, now that we're done, I'm just gonna fire some things at you and tell me if you think these odds are appropriate.
Yeah.
7+ individual players to score a touchdown. So that's 42 points. The total in this game is around 42.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat? 7+ players to score a touchdown? So
yeah, at least 7 players, individual players to score a touchdown. What do you think those odds would be? Because this doesn't seem real.
What's the total?
7.
What's the total on the game?
Let me pull up a new tab so I can keep this open. I think it's like 46.5. So you're basically hitting the over if you have 7 individual players score a touchdown.
And that doesn't even count for field goals or like anything like that.
Yeah.
Let's say plus 600.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. It's plus 750, and I just felt like that was egregious.
I feel like
it should be higher.
I agree. I just feel like that's where they make their margin on some of these things.
Yeah.
Like that's where the books win, or that's where they really kick your ass because you're like, of course, seven players can score a touchdown, and it's like, no, that's really difficult.
Okay, for the exact same odds, would you rather bet 7 individual players to score a touchdown, or both teams to record an 80+ yard touchdown drive?
80+ yard touchdown drive. Both teams?
Both teams, but you have to.
Oh, wait, new kickoff rules, though.
Yeah, you're getting the ball in the 35. So it has to be a punt. Has to be a punt.
I'd still rather have the 80+ yard drive.
Yeah, for the same odds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see if I can find any. That was kind of fun. Let me see if I can find any more same odds or similar odds.
Wait, did you do any Bad Bunny bets?
No. Let's see if I can find some.
We gotta get Bad Bunny mentioned for the algo because it's in the description.
Coin toss, heads or tails?
Tails never fails, so I've heard.
I bet it. Bad Bunny to announce a brand new tour plus 650. Will Bad Bunny verbally shout out San Francisco in his performance?
Yeah,
Shout out San Francisco. That's plus 100 even.
I'd
odds.
take that bet.
Will a censored lyric be muted on the broadcast? How is that even regulated?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna go no on that because he's gonna be singing in Spanish mostly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Will he smoke or vape on stage?
I have no clue. Does he vape?
It's plus 1,500.
I don't know. What does AI say? Does Bad Bunny vape? Based on discussions and fan observation, it is widely believed among fans that Bad Bunny smokes, with many pointing to references in his lyrics and music videos, but never on stage. I mean, it would be much more obvious. So, because the description doesn't say because of him doing it on stage. So,
will Bad Bunny wear a dress or skirt during his performance? Minus 150 for yes. There's not a no option.
According to AI, yes, Bad Bunny has worn skirts and dresses during performance and in his music video. So I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay. There's not a no option for that. It's just minus 150 for yes.
Oh, okay.
At any point during his performance, will Bad Bunny take a knee?
I don't know. I don't know if that's really culturally important right now.
Well, it doesn't have to be he could do it he could just be singing, get down on a knee. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a statement.
Yeah.
That's 3-1.
Okay.
Here's one minus 3,300. So it's basically a guarantee. But if you want to bet it, you can. Like I said, there's not a no option. These are just yes only. Will Bad Bunny verbally shout out Puerto Rico?
Probably.
Apparently, it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Will Bad Bunny mention Donald Trump during his performance? What do you think those odds are?
Plus 150.
Plus 550.
550. I'd take that. I'd throw a shekel or two on that.
Yeah. How many? Okay, so here we have an over/under here, so you can take either side. How many wardrobe changes will Bad Bunny have? Over/under is 1.5.
Over
1.5. We have a last song, and we have EOO, Cafe Conron, Bali Inolvidable, TT Me Pregunto, Calieta. There's 11 options here, and I can't read half of them. We have Dials, I Like It, Effecto, El Apagon, Lou Madanza, Velda, Monaco, plus 1,500. That's fun. Monaco. You got that? Here we go. What do you think the color will be of his top when the show starts? We have odds up to 1,200 here. Basically, pick any color. So let me tell me the color you think his top will be when the show starts. I'll tell you the odds you can get.
Yellow.
Oh, that's a good one. Plus 800.
Okay. How about green?
Plus 500.
About blue?
Plus 400.
Okay. What colors are on the Puerto Rico flag?
Green, yellow, white.
So white, red, and blue mostly.
Okay.
White
is plus 225.
Okay.
Black plus 175. Gold is plus 1,200. But I feel like they would fuck you over if it was yellow.
Yeah, I was thinking that's kind of what I was thinking with yellow.
Like yellow is plus 800, gold is plus 1,200. I feel like the book would just tell you brown plus 800.
I feel like that should be higher.
Cardi B is a minus 250 to make a special guest appearance. Is she still pregnant or does she have the baby?
I didn't even know she was pregnant.
With Stefon Diggs.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm gonna say nah.
Minus 250 that she shows up.
Feels
The
like
biggest
free money.
favorite by far. Ricky Martin's plus 175. Is he Puerto Rican?
I don't know.
Is he Puerto Rican or Mexican? One of the two. I feel like that's not bad odds. Shakira plus 750. J Balvin actually. No, Cardi B's better odds. J Balvin's minus 160.
Who is that?
I don't know. Daddy Yankee plus 130. Pitbull plus 1400. King of Miami.
If Pitbull's there, he's stealing the show.
It's Pitbull's halftime show.
It's Mr. Worldwide.
Taylor Swift does not have the worst odds here.
No,
she's plus 2,500 somehow, and The Weeknd is plus 3,000. I would think The Weeknd would have a better chance of showing up than Taylor Swift, but what do I know?
Well, I mean, the game is played on the weekend.
It is.
Hey,
you can bet on total global viewers. I don't know what metric they use for that. Over under 135.5 million. You can bet on number of songs. You can bet on the color of his hair. What color do you think his hair will be? His natural hair color, bleached, multicolor, pink, blue, or a flag/pride design?
Multicolor, because that would have to cover a flag/pride design.
It says multicolor, non-flag.
Well, how do you define that? What's the difference between rainbow hair and pride flag hair?
No, it says flag design /pride, PR, etc. So, I mean, I guess that includes nationality.
How many colors until you're at the rainbow? Or how many colors until you're at the pride flag?
I don't know. I just know the rainbow is red, orange.
I got
yellow,
issues with the semantics here.
Green, blue, indigo, violet.
So wait, what was the number for viewers?
135.5 million.
So Kendrick Lamar last year got 133.5 million.
I don't know how they differentiate the halftime show.
I would say I don't think that many people in America are going to turn it off. But I think you're going to get a lot more people in other countries turning it on.
Maybe. But I don't know. I don't know how other people work. Have you ever been like, oh, there's an event going on. Let me watch this shitty concert that they play 30 seconds. I mean, I don't want to disparage people, but they play like 30 seconds of a song and then switch to a new one. Like,
yeah,
it's never been entertaining to me, but I've
never cared that much about the halftime show. I liked Kendrick's last year. I liked the Dr. Dre one, but
they're fine. But if I wasn't an NFL fan, I would never be like, oh, halftime. Let me go catch that halftime.
You know whose was fucking fire?
Katy Perry with Left Shark.
Left Shark and Katy Perry was absolute fire.
Yeah, that was a moment. That was an iconic moment in American history. Which politician will post first about Bad Bunny? You have Marjorie Taylor Greene, Alexio Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know how to say that. Jasmine Crockett, Kamala Harris, Zohran Mamdani, Gavin Newsom, Bernie Sanders, or Barack Obama?
Give me Gavin.
Gavin Newsom at plus 475.
Yeah. Gavin lives on Twitter these days.
I wonder if when they say post first, if it's somebody not named, if you get beat, or if it's just who posts first out of this group.
It's got to be out of the group, right?
I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene's already got to be posting about it. So, I mean, she's got to have something fired up, ready to go as soon as it starts.
I don't know. She seems like she's on a different track lately. So
I don't follow politics enough to even know. Okay, there's a lot more we. But I think we hit our quota.
I think we hit our algorithm quota.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's find one more random bet. I like the odds giving you two similar. Oh, let's see. I thought, what is it? Oh, no, I don't want futures. Okay. Would you rather bet both teams to record an interception or any running back to record 100-plus rushing yards plus a rushing touchdown?
Oh, man. I think running back.
Yeah, that's plus 300.
I really like both interception, but what if Sam Darnold just isn't throwing the football because the Seahawks get a lead? Like, that's where I'm like iffy.
So that's plus 200, plus 300. Plus 300 was both running back or running back to have 100 yards and a touchdown. Let's do. These are pretty close. Seattle Seahawks to have 3+ players record 20+ rushing yards or an interception thrown with less than 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter.
Interception with less than 1 minute in the fourth quarter.
That's a little bit better. Seahawks have 3 players with 20 rushing yards plus 800. Interception thrown with less than 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter plus 850.
I got one for you.
Okay.
All right. No touchdown in the game.
Okay.
Plus 17,500. Or, where was it? Either quarterback to throw 7+ touchdowns at plus 20,000.
No touchdowns. No touchdowns. Oh, one prop that we haven't even been reading the chat. Whoops. My bad.
Hey, K9 will have 100 by halftime. We're here for that.
We're here for that. I bet more than half the people watching the Super Bowl either meter changed the halftime channel. Pink, Harris, thanks for showing up, Chat too, or Trenchant too. We appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's about all the fun ones I could find, but I think we did good for a Palooza.
I think we rocked out the Palooza.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone's pockets are full at the end of the weekend. Hopefully we have a fun Super Bowl.
Wait, I got one last one for you.
One last one. Here we go.
Equal odds. New England Patriots special teams to score a touchdown.
Okay.
Versus both Sam Darnold and Drake Maye to complete 25+ passes.
Seattle Seahawks defensive touchdown. Does that include special teams?
No, only special teams.
Only special, not defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically Rashid Shaheed versus 25 completions?
Yeah, for each quarterback.
I'm taking the 25 completions, I think.
They're both only 2,000.
I like that.
Could have been a little higher. But okay, we can get back to the wrap up.
I would like to see a high scoring. Like to see a high scoring game, but also a defensive game, like a 23-28 game would be a lot of fun.
It would be.
Just enough defense, but then at any given time a team can score, or you see a big play, maybe a scoop and score, maybe a pick six, maybe a kick return touchdown, punt return touchdown, something to just like keep the juice flowing.
Yeah.
But honestly, if it's a 42-0 wrap by Seattle, I'll watch every fucking second.
Well, Seattle has never beaten the Patriots in a Super Bowl.
That's true. The Patriots have never beat Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl.
We got a prediction: 45-16 Hawks.
Let's go. But yeah, the Patriots and all of the Patriots Super Bowls that they've ever been to, they've never beaten Sam Darnold.
That's true.
So
that's very true. This is remember Sam Darnold, the seeing ghosts quote?
It was against the Patriots.
It was against the Patriots. Full circle moment here.
What if we get a second and goal on the one, like 30 seconds left, and they don't give it to Kenneth Walker, and Christian Gonzalez picks it off.
That would be the wildest timeline.
Oh man, that just almost threw up in my mouth. Shaheed. Yeah, I like Shaheed. All right, let's call it there. We've gone through the ringer.
We're paloozed out.
I got to work. Short work week, 4-day week. I got tomorrow. I have Thursday and I have Friday. Then I'm off for 10 days. So
hell yeah, brother.
Let's get it.
All right. Adios.
Adios.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.